Good morning and welcome. Welcome, Mr. Naji, to the Virgin Islands, and we're welcoming you to AllAhWeTV. Mr. Naji is the CEO of Liberty Puerto Rico, and this week, a lot of Virgin Islanders, they got an email message who are on the AT&T platform, letting them know the transition is not only in process, it's on the countdown clock. So be prepared for Liberty. So thank you for taking the time. We know you're busy, and it's going to be Saturday, the official turnover keys are taking place?
Yeah, actually, to be precise, it's Saturday about midnight, so it's into Sunday morning, correct.
All right, so what we need to do is find out more of Liberty and what the Virgin Islands should expect in this transition.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm obviously this is going to be a change, but our objective is very simple. Our objective that when you get up on Sunday morning and you're not going to feel a difference, right? Nothing's going to change. And if you look back at, you know, the history between Puerto Rico and the USVI, you know, we've had a long-standing relationship between both islands in terms of tourism, commerce, health, humanitarian aid. So, you know, we know each other. And I think we all are, we all like, we like life, we like family, we like food, we like to party, right? And but we're also as well serious. I mean, we know this is a serious company. This is a serious product. Now, internet is even more critical nowadays. Everybody's working from home. We are very conscious of all that. My key message to everyone in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and specifically our customers, our future customers on Sunday, it is our intention, and everything we are doing will not interrupt the service. What does that mean? Meaning that first, nothing's going to change in terms of network. The network is going to be as good as it is today. Two, what you're paying today is not going to change. Your phone number is not going to change. And I know that many of the islanders have non-USVI numbers. Maybe they were in the mainland and migrated, to the islands. You keep your New York number, you keep your Miami number, you keep your Chicago number. That doesn't change. Your bill won't change. The way you pay won't change. The store won't change. The people won't change, right? So nothing is going to change. And we have agreed with AT&T for a multi-year contract to continue for transitioning our services. And when we're going to transition service in 2-3 years, it's just going to be completely transparent. Now it's just who owns the company that's going to change, right? And the difference is that the decision-making process is going to be local. So it's going to be, the employees in the USVI and my management team who are going to sit down and see what's best for the islanders, right? So that's how we're going to do things. And I received also comments, but wait a second, Liberty is a small company. We don't know who they are. AT&T is a big company. They got a big brand. They got, Yes, I understand that, and I respect that. I'm not going to deny it in any way, shape, or form. However, we have similar interests. Our interest is having great customer service, having the best network on the island, and just being nice to our customers and our people, right, and our employees. I'm looking forward to going and meeting our employees in the Virgin Islands. There's a lot of opportunities. So now, and Liberty Latin America is going to continue to innovate. We have a lot of great ideas that are coming. And everything we're going to do across the region will apply also to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So even though the combination of the USVI and Puerto Rico, we're going to be a significant percentage of the Liberty Latin America, income and revenue, which means that we are going to matter to the company, and we are going to make a difference. And with that, new product, new idea, and so on. So really excited. I mean, this is a great time. So I'm sure I didn't answer all your questions, but this will be the beginning.
A lot of the questions in it, because that's the main thing there. Folks want to know if the numbers are going to stay the same, our prices going to stay the same, and then the question was, since it's now moving from the transition, would we be experiencing roaming charges when we go to America? Or many people have phones that are based in the States and now they're living here, would that be constituted as a roaming, or like you said, everything the same?
Everything the same. Everything the same. It's both ways. So you can hop on a plane, you go to to the mainland, and it's the same thing. Nothing changes, and vice versa.
All right. Tell us about Liberty, because Liberty is moving into both Puerto Rico and the USVI, but Liberty is a strong Latin American country. So tell us real quick about, company. Tell us about Liberty, the company.
Okay, Liberty, if you look at the history of Liberty, right? Liberty Puerto Rico was part of Liberty Global, right? Liberty Global is a company that basically covers a lot of the European countries. It was Germany, Belgium, the United Kingdom, a lot of the Eastern European countries as well, like Poland, like Hungary. So it was a European-based company with two assets or two companies in Latin America. It was Chile, a company called VTR, and us in Puerto Rico, right? And that for about 8 years or so, maybe a bit more. That's what the structure was. Back in 2016, Liberty Global purchased Cable and Wireless, who has, as you might know, a lot of countries in the Caribbean, all the way from Curacao up the Eastern Antilles, all the way to east to the Bahamas, right, and Jamaica, including Panama as well, right. Mm-hmm. Liberty also Global bought all the undersea fiber that covers a lot of those islands, right, including Puerto Rico. So that was the beginning of Liberty Global entering into that part of the world, right. It was decided late 2017, right after the hurricane that hit both islands, Hurricane Maria. We spun off, right? We formed Liberty Latin America, right? And what does that mean? It means two things at the beginning. It meant that now we have a dedicated management team, right, led by our CEO, Ballinaire, right, who's based in Denver, and we have more focus on those markets. So we separated ourselves from the European operation. We created a separate management team. We did an initial public offering, and now we are focusing on everything that's basically south of the Caribbean, including the Caribbean, right? So we don't have any services in the mainland, no. So that is in summary who we are. Our largest operation would be the combination of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands in terms of our single country, or in our case, we'll be part of the United States, no. Then it's Chile, then it's in Panama and so on. So these are the big countries. We divide our operation into three simple segments. The segment that I operate, so it will be Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. The segment that runs the Cable and Wireless part, as well as the south part, with the Chile, which is run also by another group. So we're not a big company compared to AT&T. Our total revenue will be approximately about 4.2 billion once we join all the companies, and we're solid. Our financials are solid, and you'll see, we're a public company, so you can search us, you can put all the information on us in terms of our revenue, our margins, our profits, right? So it's all there. We have nothing to hide. And, we've been growing organically by adding more customers, as well as, merging and acquiring other companies.
All right. So you mentioned the cable and wireless part of it, the underwater part of it. Real quick, can we look forward to seeing an improve of internet service in our region since you have the underwater connectivity?
Yeah, in terms of capacity, yes. In terms of capacity, absolutely yes. Now, I have also received some questions about, wait a second, Liberty, or now the current network of AT&T does not have any fixed services in the U.S. Virgin Islands, right? We don't provide fixed service, it's just mobile service. That is true. Yeah, landline, correct. Landline. That is true, but we're looking at different options. You know, we're looking at different options. See what are the possibility. Too early to tell. You know, we need to first learn about the market, but definitely that is our strategy in all the market we serve. In all the market we serve, we have both services.
Now, the final question is, and thank you again for the time. How invested are you in the community, or how invested are you looking forward to being a part of our community?
Very much. I mean, this is something that's very, very dear to me. And let me give you some really good example. We will, you know, we're going to learn more about the Virgin Islands. We have created a foundation in Puerto Rico, and that foundation has taken on a life of its own for the past 2 years after the hurricane. We have significant fundraiser events, and we raise and we donate more than $500,000 a year to different organizations. We not only donate money, which is in my mind the easy part, you know, just writing a check and just giving an organization money, but we involve our employees in the communities, right? So we do so many things, and we're definitely gonna tap into our new employees in the Virgin Islands, and we're gonna get involved. I'll give you an example. This weekend, as part of a major beach cleanup effort, you know, it was beach cleanup week. I myself and many of our team members participated in cleaning beaches. So we sponsored, we gave we took people to different beaches. We set different tents. We brought water. We brought all the safety equipment. We disposed of all the pounds and kilograms that we picked up of trash on the beach. So we get involved. We visit homes. We visit children's homes. We visit elderly home. We do a lot in the community. We rebuild communities. We rebuild basketball courts. We rebuild baseball courts. So we are involved, and that's how we give back to our community. And a good example we're doing today with the pandemic, we are helping tens of thousands of households that are unable to pay for service, for internet. They're getting it for free because their kids are studying or they need to work. It's the only way to get income. So we are helping by providing services to the one that basically cannot afford it. So we're helping also closing the digital divide. We're building more infrastructure to get to those homes. We also build Wi-Fi centers where students can go and study. If they don't have services at home, they can go to big areas so we can separate the kids, the social distancing, and they can access the service and study. So we are very much involved, and it won't take long before we get involved very much in the U.S. Virgin Islands. You're going to see us very active.
All right, so it sounds good. So we want to say again, thank you and welcome. Anything that sounds new sometimes brings a scare.
Yes.
When you hear pop-up information, because it was announced last year, as we said in the beginning, but of course, due to the epidemic, it was slowed down. That's what I heard. But now along. It's moving right along. So we look forward to welcoming Liberty to our Virgin Islands community and growing and learning each other together. So we want to thank you. We want to thank you, the PR team, and Tammy and Giovanni, and everyone who did to organize this interview. And thank you for making yourself available to answer and to let everybody know it's going to be okay.
Yes, absolutely. And listen, we are reachable. Anything you need, just we're a phone call away, and hopefully we'll get on a plane and go visit you very soon, and we'll tour the island together.
That's good. That's good. One thing about us, like you say, our cultures are similar. So
yes,
invite us in. We're going to come with some food and questions, but we intend to stay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Naji. You have a great day, and we're going to be counting down together.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you.